has had some really good games recently for Cloud9, so I would go for Stewie and Automatic on the CT side for, well, in general for Cloud9. So I think
it's got to be Skadoodle.
Skadoodle?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? There's just so many great players to go to because it's such a strong map for both teams, and both teams have found identity here, and it's about to kick off here. Cloud9 against Virtus.pro. This is going to tug on many a heartstring, and it's Cloud9 on the CT side and Virtus.pro on the T side.
If Pasha has a good run early on, then I would keep some eyes on him as well. For now, Pasha's making his way towards the IB position with Bayali. 3 players for Virtus.pro with grenades. This is not unusual for the Polish side. We've seen many a pistol round where they've had 3 players carrying nades, and this one is no different. Again, Virtus.pro surely have to have more pressure on their shoulders. You saw the VT there. Some of these players will be playing for their home crowd if they are to make it to the live event stage, to the live crowd stage. We've had some people on their BMXs outside the venue looking for players, especially Virtus.pro, of course. See if Virtus.pro can take us there, or take themselves there, really, rather.
It looks like VP are about ready to go in. Here we'll see some smokes tossed down onto the A sites, and there's 3 towards Ali. Shroud's there, a guy that's had many success recently on this map, someone else to look out for the Cloud9 side, and VP are taking their time with these smokes. They will eventually arrive to the top of Ali, and Cloud9 have held back actually. They're falling back to the bomb train. A nice pick up from Stewie. That will make things harder here for VP.
I don't know if they've spotted the bomb, but surely they have by now. The bomb could go to CT spawn, but they're definitely committing to the A site here. Skadoodle and Automatic still waiting in the B bomb site as the frags are coming in towards A. And they're going in favour of Cloud9, but trying to get picked off on the high ground. Bayali dueling with Stewie. He's picked up the bomb, and perhaps now he can plant it.
Very tense stuff. Oh, that's a nasty tag there onto Automatic, down to 3. But it's all about the headshots, and he's still alive, so it's there's many opportunities for him yet to claim with that USP of his. And Skadoodle has the kit, so there is time to try to work out how to approach this one for the Cloud9 lads, as we see Bayali covering the alley side of the plant. Snacks waiting for the perfect moment to strike here from E-Box. When will be the timing there? Pulls out the nade. Oh no, that's disastrous timing, but still Automatic will go down. Snacks very fast with the draw of the Glock, and that's the round for VP.
Big pistol round for the Polish team, and there is pressure on Cloud9 as well. It's Stewie and Automatic's first major, and it's been a difficult major for the Cloud9 team in general. There have been some, some pretty hot tempers, lots of people being vocal on Twitter. So it's going to be a hard-fought match for both sides. Stewie and Shrouds with scouts in this round. You pretty much need to kill someone in the pistol round to be able to afford a scout on the 4th spy. And that's a good start for Shroud. But what is the response from Virtus.pro? Oh wow, what a shot from nothing!
Yeah, that's insane. So rare you see that one, and still it looks like Cloud9 seems to be hitting hard here. Automatic alive with the scout as well as Shroud, and that's very annoying to be poked at from these ranges. So you can see that Sax is trying to close those ranges, using the smoke as well to provide ample coverage for the plant of the bomb. And now, of course, they'll be cognizant that a flank could be in play here for Cloud9, and that is the case. It's going to be Automatic. He's got the Deagle in hand here as he makes his approach. Shroud going to try and coordinate with Automatic, but really good angle there from Snacks will deny Shroud. Still though, opportunity here for Automatic. Doesn't have a kit at the moment. Maybe one lying around perhaps, I'm not sure, but he will find himself a player. He can't connect the shot quickly enough. It's too hard here for Automatic. And that surely is it now for VP, as Automatic has no kits, run out of time. He'll do his best to survive with his weaponry, but another round here for VP.
Scouts still alive. Scouts can still do damage. But it is exactly the start that Virtus.pro needed, wanted. The nation of Poland will be watching this one real close. So much riding on this one map for both of these teams. So Stewie will take hold of the scout, and Automatic will continue with Deagle Kevlar. Spreading 2 dangerous weapons across 2 players. Nothing Shroud, P250s. Skadoodle holding on to the USP. There are AWPs to come for Skadoodle. Stewie off to a good start, tagging Pasha, still alive with the scout despite taking damage. Automatic on the bomb train of the Seagulls. Can't get anything done just yet, and the Molotovs are causing problems.
Yeah, this is a great example of how utility can really give you massive advantages in a situation like this. Cloud9 not really afforded an opportunity to get any good engagements just due to the use of those smokes, Molotovs, and flashbangs. I mean, we saw a very fast tag there and kill from Stewie. But then after that initial attempt, the flashbangs came in, the smokes came in, the Molotovs came in, there's nothing to be done. So great attention to detail there from Virtus.pro, great drill from them. But now we get into some of the harder hitting rounds. We got an AWP out on Skadoodle, and he'll be looking to get his first kill on the board here for Cloud9.
Skadoodle's naked. He has left his hotel room, and he is without a robe for this round. Train one of the easier rounds to run around and avoid grenades, at least on the CT side. Got to be careful towards Ivy, of course. Nothing makes his way into the pop dog position. Some T sides have had problems flashing this area without giving the game away from audio cues. So keep an eye on how they deal with that. Some teams now with some Molotov plays inside and outside the pop dog area to deal with CT, so it's expensive, but as long as it gets the job done. Try out of an off angle towards Ivy. Pasha and Bialy may start to creep through the Ivy position. Indeed they will, but surely Shroud's position is the last one they will check.
Yeah, very tense here as VP tries to get a coordinated attack, and the job here for Cloud9 is to stagger it, either with kills or utility. Shroud might be able to do this. Will there be a flashbang for a position? Great peek there, the timing is great indeed, and it's nothing. Also gets himself a kill on the other side of the yard, and that's going to massively hamstring this attempt. But what do we know about Snacks? He plays well around these smokes, and he's starting to do so. Got a Mac 10 though, and it's not good enough against the likes of Nothing, as he is knocked down there in the yard, and VP are without any map control with this bomb, and just down to 2 against 5.
30 seconds remain. Not a single kill for the T's yet. Pasha opening things up, but Nothing will promptly close them. Mac 10 was an interesting read. There wasn't a single helmet in that round for Cloud9, but wasn't really close enough to do any damage with it. Almost no damage under Cloud9 at all. And the buy will come back in for Virtus.pro. It's going to be less than spectacular. Bialy could go AWP, no Kevlar. He's got 4800, but he'll opt for the AK. A conservative approach. Is there anything for Neo, or is he playing P250 only? Indeed, he is, just with a pistol. So that's a great round for Cloud9, winning the first buy round, 4 players surviving. Onwards and upwards for the North Americans.
Yeah, and they were able to blow up a triple-pronged attack or an attempt at one just with their individual skill there, and that's a great sign for them moving forwards in this defensive effort that they are tasked with in this first half. Shroud with a lot of responsibility playing Ali. It's a very difficult position for the CT to play with, because you want to make sure that you can obviously get the frags, but also just not dying is such a big priority as well, being able to fall back to more defensive lines, but make it hard for the T's to gain ground without using a lot of utility. And here it goes. Another attack perhaps for Virtus.pro. Nothing. Can he hold this position? Ooh. Now this is interesting. What read will Nothing have? Will he decide to go up it?
Skadoodle is rotating towards A, leaving Stewie alone in B. Pasha smoked off Ivy, and Shroud doesn't have an ideal angle, really. Back and forth now. Skadoodle back in B, and Automatic looking towards Ivy. So Cloud9 not really sure what is going on just yet. Nothing going, might not come into the flank. Automatic with a rotation. So far so good for the C9 players. 2 unanswered kills for the CT side. The bomb is getting planted though. Stewie, I think, might have been shot by a teammate there. Still alive though, still fragging. Neo taken down. 5 versus 2. Pasha needs to have the biggest flank of all time. Bialy holding things down, running distraction in the meantime, but Pasha really needs to get through that connector area, but he has to walk. He can't give his position away. Automatic taking Bialy down, and Shroud picking off Pasha at the same time. Again, just the one pick for Virtus.pro. Cloud9 on their way to their second round.
That was beautifully handled indeed by Cloud9. I mean, Obviously, Stewie, I mean, nothing is able to give them a lot of information. Nothing spots a lot of harassment towards Popdog, but Virtus.pro never took Popdog and never forced nothing away. So I think that Cloud9 were very ready for a play into the B-bomb site, especially with the time that was remaining on the clock, obviously. And Stewie just played this so calm, and it makes such a big difference that on the initial cross of the T's onto the bomb train, that Skadoodle also got
Let's go, boys!
the first kill, as well as Stewie. So then it just becomes such an uphill struggle there for VP. So great start indeed for Cloud9. And they have broken the money of VP.
Let's go, boys, is the cry from Stewie2K. 5-man on road for the CT side, looking to hold down both of these bomb sites versus this eco round from Virtus.pro. Pistols, smoke grenades, flashbangs. A smoke plant is likely, a wall of smokes on the B bomber train. If Cloud9 are sensible, they will play the retake. Earlier on in this Swiss group, we saw, I think it was from Vega Squadron, who might have had a player towards E-box in isolation, and they decided to leave him there. Let's see what the approach is from Cloud9. Molotov towards that Popdog position, and they have some smokes in answer. Look at this from Automatic. They don't even want to allow this bomb plant to go down. Automatic may block in the smoke. Look at this flank from him. He knows what's going on. He reads it perfectly, and VP don't realize why that smoke is there, and it costs them everything. Barley left in the main area. Cloud9 are prepared. They are ready, and they will punish Virtus.pro.
And Cloud9 are a team, of course, that have had a lot of upsetting situations so far in the major, but you can see that they're still here, still alive, still kicking, still able to deliver a very composed game of Counter-Strike against the legends that are Virtus.pro, and we are now tied up at 3-3. VP still searching for something with these buy rounds. The little buy rounds that they've had so far, of course. That's something that works well to open up this defense from Cloud9, because so far it looks convincing.
C9 have got 3 AKs on their CT side.
So good.
Yeah, and well, they've still got 3 AKs. Stewie with the M4 going for an aggressive play will be denied by Neo. Automatic close in B. This is not the normal place that a CT would take position. Who knew that angle even existed?
This is tough from Automatic, able to get back out of hardware just in time. Reads the play, the spray down with the AK. Doesn't work out for him though, and this is a great opportunity now for the Polish side to be able to take down around nothing though. He's just in the midst of the madness as he goes for the spray with the AK, and it's looking great though so far for him. Another frag from nothing. Can this man be stopped? He's down to 12 points of health now as Neo stalks from above, and Neo will get himself that very important frag. Now down to Skadoodle, but where does he look with the AWP? It can really be much more awkward for him in this position as he decides to go up the ladder now. And there it is, Neo with the peak, and despite the momentous or gargantuan effort of nothing, it will be the round for VP, a much needed round.
Yeah, and it's worth noting Pasha's play around the smoke towards connector. Another position you can commonly see post-plant from T sides. In some rounds, people have gone quickly and they've gone pushing connector or gone pushing to the other side towards the CT spawn. But you really have to be careful with your timing, because if you're too fast, you can lose the round for your team there by not having that flank in play. But Pasha chooses his timing wisely and gets that kill onto a player on top of the train. Another fast play, taking map control. Stewie lucky to escape without an engagement. Speaking of fast, Automatic very quickly in towards main.
And this is beautiful now, Cloud9. Very early on into the first half, really starting to mix in aggression here and there. You know, we saw it previously, it didn't work out for Stewie when he went aggressive towards the inner position. But the fact that they're very willing to do so can really mess with the team, force a 1v1 in an awkward spot, perhaps win it. You can completely throw off the game plan of the T side. And we will see Automatic falling back into the Olaf position, holding less aggressively, but still a good position and still a mix-up. Something that could perhaps go unexpected for the VP side now as they look to get into the A site once again with the assistance of Smokes.
Shroud playing off angles once more. He's in the hell position. Barley rotating to support the 2 players coming from Ivan. Smoking down once again. Taz going to go through it. Taz is there as well. 2-man spray down from Automatic. The garden hose is there, but there is a T ready to pick up the bomber. 3k now for Automatic. The reload is here. Now he can run distraction for his team. Picked off by Neo. There are CTs on the bomb. Where is that bomb? Is it in an elevated position? Neo's alone. He's alone versus 3. 30 seconds remain. And that bomb is very far away indeed.
It looks like it's on the crates or something.
Wherever it is, he ain't gonna get it because he died.
And it's pretty convincing, you know, for Automatic to get 2 kills like that with a full spray at such range. That is not very common to get in a professional match. As he did just, well, I guess they were lined up, I suppose, but still, it's very fast 2K. No real chance to turn around and deal with him. Really solid hold there, and so far we've seen nothing go off. We've seen Automatic go off, and this is so important. And Skadoodle hitting the shots he needs to hit for Cloud9. Everyone seems present so far for Cloud9 in the early stages, and VP are fighting hard as well. 4 rounds, but now they go aggressive to try to shake the defense of Cloud9 with these Tech 9s, and a fast frag might just do it.
Everyone from Cloud9 in the A bomb site. Patch has picked up an AK-47. He's also carrying the bomb. Virtus.pro looking to retreat from the bomb site, it seems. Though Snacks is close to E-Box, holding his position for the time being. Running distraction, keeping players entertained. They don't know if anyone else is in the train yard at the moment, but where is the presence of mind from the CTs? Stewie starting to rotate towards B. He knows that this could be a play. It could be a bait. Snacks taking Automatic down up close. Can he rotate though towards the B area? Facing Shroud all the way towards Ivy. Long rotation for him.
Stewie managed to get to the bomb train very quickly. This could be unexpected. Get some tagging there. Go through a reposition. He knows this is the best play here. Going to try to dive on top of the bomber. And he actually goes for the spray around the corner. Very smart stuff. Still alive. Still more damage. Pulling out the pistol. Bit too slow though, but he's done so much for his team. Leaving just Taz with 20 health and a Tech 9. Desperately searching for any guns that could be strewn around him, but he's having to work off the Tech 9, and it's not going to help him out all that much. Another round going the way of Cloud9. Looking very strong at the moment.
It was an expensive round for Cloud9, however, and their money is not spectacular just yet, so it's still possible for Virtus.pro to force Cloud9 to have a bad CT half, although the same could be said. Cloud9 are the team with advantages at the moment, and Virtus.pro, despite the bomb plant, they've only got about $3,000 per person. So there's time for Cloud9 to build on their score, build on their advantages and their momentum. More smokes being purchased by Virtus.pro. If they go for that same execute towards the A site, I do wonder if they'll be prepared for the response from Cloud9. I think when they put that smoke out, Automatic moved around. They also had an early Molotov towards Pop Dog. If I'm correct, then clues were there, but definitely that was a nasty surprise for VP.
And back to the pistols, no Kevlar though this time, but I do like that they have a selection of grenades utility to work with to try to get themselves into a bomb plant position, or maybe a couple kills as well. Keep the pressure on the Cloud9 economy to keep them off of their money, and their economy hasn't grown just yet, and here comes the push. Skadoodle able to knock down the first one. It's like clay pigeon shooting for him at the moment as they fall out the air, and the bomb does go down. So that's a great result here in this round for VP.
So they've quickly learned what happened on the A site, but we'll come back to that later as Neo and Co try to do more damage to the CT side. Perhaps a round loss is guaranteed, but how many can they take with them again? If they can cost 2 or 3 plays for Cloud9, that would be a job well done. Snacks, why is he running with his knife out? Why on earth is he doing that? By Ali now with an M4, there's still a chance for him. The defuse coming in, he's not going to face. He's going to run away and hold on to what he can. So again, 2 players picked off for C9. We'll see how that plays out in the coming rounds. So again, Virtus.pro, they threw their smokes to the A site for that execute, and Automatic threw his smoke in response. He and Snacks were dueling in the smoke for a while. So VP, they're quickly adjusting. They've got the experience. They realize what happened then, and we'll see if that kind of learning from other rounds as well can help them claw some more rounds back in what remains of this half.
Yeah, definitely, and I think they're highly capable of making a lot of rounds work outside. It can go, because both teams are so skilled, it can really go either way, and it's a small sample size that they've had when they've gone outside, and so far in those samples it has been unsuccessful. And here we see a change from the setup again from Cloud9, and again this is really cool to see. They keep mixing things up, and it can be very annoying too if Virtus.pro were to go for picking play around main. Obviously they would be quite vulnerable to such a setup as Cloud9 are running, which is very forward. The same goes for any Pop Dog plays if they were trying to make openers from there, but they're not so far, and they're going to be gravitating late into what looks like it should be an A play. We'll see though if that is the case. From VP, they have 2 players on Ali, but they haven't really pressured it just yet too heavily. They're trying to go for the contact instead.
Taz carrying the bomb. He's got 1 kill in 10 rounds. So, you know, he's not happy right now. Automaticans can do it all close to main. And still, we haven't really seen much presence of Virtus.pro inside the pop dog. Neo offering a fake towards the B bomb site. But Stewie is being entrusted with that. Smokes towards connector. No movement from Cloud9. They seem to know it's an A play. They are holding steadfast. They are non-believers. Bali and Pasha ready to creep out. Is Pasha just got a raw peek here? 30 seconds. How do they force Shroud off this angle? That smoke is not covering the gap. Automatic being taken down by Taz. And there is a trade for Shroud. Bali still over towards Ivy. He will fall down. Everybody falling down like dominoes. 20 seconds remain. VP still on the bomb.
Yeah, absolute chaos here as nothing works. His position by the bomb train, it seems successful for the time being, but Taz creeps unknown to the CTs of Cloud9. And there he goes around the train. Oh, but he's going to go for the plant, and Stewie's there ready and waiting. Poor Taz could never know in that situation. And another round going Cloud9's way, but it was so close for VP. And one thing I do want to highlight is the incendiary timing from Cloud9. It was actually perfect every time VP wanted to make a move. Cloud9 had that, and actually, but that was quite a rare setup to see, the way that they all gathered around the center of the yard also, which is very cool to see.
Cloud9 seemed to know exactly what Virtus.pro were up to. And you see the way in many of these IV positions they're holding on the CT side. Shroud is towards the Hell position, or he's against the train. He's not really holding it late in the game from Ivy itself, and it seems to be working out. They are protecting the A site. They're fighting from within the A site. It's almost like a diamond formation from the Romans. 3-round lead for Cloud9. Despite the strong plays and how prepared they seem to be for Virtus.pro strategy, the score is still tight. But look at this buy from Virtus.pro. An AWP, an AK, a Galil, and 2 Tech 9s. They've got the grenades, but Cloud9 seem ready for the grenades. How can they make this work, Virtus.pro?
Automatic, the one in Pop Dog this time for Cloud9. As we have Stewie waiting close down at the bottom of the inner ramp on the B-bomb side. Momentary support from Skadoodle. Quick to be able to rotate here in support of the man Stewie. Nice timing on the smoke grenade there from Stewie. Good intuition. So he slows down the Virtus.pro approach. And VP just need to wait now. It's very hard to do anything whilst the smoke is up. That does give Cloud9 more time to get information and to figure out exactly what's going on. And Skadoodle's in a more committed position now at the back of the B yard. And this could be a big difference maker as he looks up high and Stewie looks down low.
Let's look at the positioning on A from Cloud9. Nothing towards E-box. Shroud on the bomb train, looking in the back just in case. But the push is ultimately towards B. And again, they are charging through the bomb train. But can they win the duels? Bali off to a good start with the Galil. Not everybody a fan of that one. Nothing though, taking Taz down with a fast play towards connector. We spoke about the timing on those earlier on. The CT's now streaming in, but Patch is on the flank. He's right behind them in connector, but can he be effective? You see him just slowly jerking forwards. 4 versus 1. Shroud the last man standing, and maybe Patch will get that final kill. Shroud looking for it though, maybe hearing him, and there are 2 kills for Shroud now. 1 versus 2. He's got a kit, he's got 20 HP, but he's got in his reload. It's a long way to get to that bomb, and maybe he's going to give it up. Indeed he is. A 5th round on the board for Virtus.pro.
Yeah, really nice round from VP, and they found a really good timing there just as Cloud9 were beginning to pull out some grenades to toss them in, which actually stopped them from getting at least 1 kill as VP made their way to the bomb train. And again, as you said, Bialy just jumping in with the Galil, winning that 1 versus 1 against Automatic is so, Stewie, sorry, is so incredibly crucial. Very highly impactful frag there, and it really enabled VP to take over. And 5 rounds now for them, and if you consider how strong Cloud9 have looked on their defense, VP are still doing so much damage, and they are on 5 rounds, James. Both of these teams are playing really well at the moment.
On the subject of damage, Cloud9 are not looking in good shape at the moment. Virtus.pro are capable of leading this half, moving into the second. 8-7 still possible for them, but for now it's 5-7. They took a second sniper into this round, and it's a Virtus.pro tactical timeout. Again, they've been good at adjusting, realizing where their strats were being exploited. Can they adjust yet further? Double AWPs on an anti-eco round. Not the most ideal situation. Can provide a lot of awkward scenarios. But they have three AKs around those snipers. Let's see how they do.
Yeah, it can be quite scary sometimes. This definitely takes a team as masterful as VP to really make a double AWP setup sing on the T side. But we can definitely trust VP to find a way to make it work. And Shroud is the man with the rifle, as you can see on Ali. Will there be a push timing here? There goes the flashbang. Does actually catch Pasha, but he's able to fall back here. Going for the repeat. Another flashbang in front of Pasha. So there's some presence information there for the VP side as they start to concoct a plan. As you said, it's very hard with the AWPs, or two AWPs against ecos. You want to be quite dynamic, you want to move quickly, which is sort of the opposites of the AWP in some cases. But again, in the hands of men such as Pasha and Snacks, they can use those as if they were shotguns.
So Virtus.pro, seeing that action towards Ivy, rotated the players in main towards the B bomb site. So it seems that they've read that Cloud9 are likely to have stacked the A site. And they are correct. That's 1 point on the family game show scoreboard as the family of Virtus.pro move in to the B bomb site. Everybody just holding for Cloud9. And once they realize it's B, do they even rotate in that direction? Or do they try to avoid giving more money away to Virtus.pro? Well, it seems they're going to have two players head towards a flank, and Cloud9 will try to see what they can get out of this round.
Some exits, maybe steal a weapon away should VP go hunting. And again, there's no real need for them to hunt in this round. They don't really want to take a risk at losing multiple players and having their economy so impacted. Although, no, in fact, even though there's only a few rounds left, they have double AWPs, so yeah, you definitely don't want to risk anything at this case. The bomb will explode. There's one frag. I was hoping we see 10 players alive at the end of the round, James. Oh, nothing coming in from the back here. No Kevlar for him, though, the aim punch.
Credit to Virtus.pro. You know, teams feel compelled to exit bomb sites no matter what the situation, and in many cases, you don't need to exit a bomb site to save. And you see Virtus.pro, they don't want to put themselves in a situation where they might be close quarters with pistols. For example, on good old Dust 2, if you do a default plant, you can stand by the car and you won't die if you have full health. Or even like, I don't know, 80 health, for example. There are, just think about...
On the B-bomb site, you mean?
On B-bomb site, sorry, yes. Actually, if you planted default on A, you would die from the car position on A. But that's enough about Dust 2. It is in the past now. It's history. Unless you're on a 3-4 deathmatch server. 1 round lead now for Cloud9. This looks good. They've had momentum, but it's all fallen away. UMP on Stewie 2K.
It is a good weapon to play these close ranges, especially around the positions he likes. The bomb train on B, as the running accuracy on that gun is pretty good, and nothing could be playing a dangerous game here. We'll have to see how deep he'll commit. Dog looks like all the way, and he will be all the way dead. Bialy, ready, waiting, and willing. We've got a 4-man situation for Cloud9 now. Do they want to respond with some aggression, or do they want to just hold here and play a more a setup that's better at rotating between the bomb sites, or potentially stack one? Lots of options here. That's an option too. Skidoo will shoot Snacks in the face with his AWP.
That was Taz's support. Taz, the bomb carrier, in main now on his own. If he gets picked off, what happens to this round? There are 40 seconds on the clock, so there's still time for error correction, but you see the awkward potential Jules. Shroud just around the corner, giving Pasha a false sense of security. The CTs know that it's not covered and they will position themselves accordingly, but maybe Skadoodle's made a mistake. Shroud, what can he do? Maybe Pasha doesn't realize that the CT's there, but no, he's expecting one, and he'll get punctured as well, like a football by angry parents. 2 versus 4. Stewie now moving towards Ivy, but Pasha is seeking more blood, more crimson. Stewie falling down just at the right time. UMP will prevail for now. Automatic still in the B bomb site, and now he's alone. Doesn't seem like he was going for anything there. Stewie got some damage in, but couldn't save the weapon, and Neo's on the hunt.
Yeah, this is a great comeback from VP into this one to generate some momentum and obviously, you know, get all that money when Cloud9 start putting the pressure on. Now they've tied everything, and again, if you looked at how Cloud9 were able to start it, obviously VP with the initial win of the pistol and able to string those initial 3 rounds together, then Cloud9, they just looked so good into their buy rounds, so strong at defending more or less everything and reading the situation. It was looking like it could have been a very dominating half from them, but instead we see that power of VP. We see the VP that is a team that so often can perform in a legendary manner at these big tournaments, at the biggest tournaments, at the biggest stages, and they are trying to win this one map to get to the biggest stage in their home country, no less.
Great timing for Bialy to,
The forearm, that's all he saw.
Yeah, man. Great timing for Bialy to be in the Pop Dog again. It's been more or less abandoned for Virtus.pro, by Virtus.pro rather. Cloud9, they haven't taken possession of Pop Dog every round, but enough rounds. Maybe that threw Cloud9 off, who knows. It's the last round of the first half, and Cloud9 will be at the extremes, at the perimeter of what is possible with buys. Not much going on at the moment. It's an arid landscape at the edges, and the edges get sharper, and nothing. First to go.
Pasha's been really on point so far with this AWP. He's scary when he's in this kind of mode. We all know his star power. And there is another one. Pasha, how many will he make it this round? Again, it can be awkward against these UMPs and pistols close range, but Pasha taking the fight to them with the sniper rifle. Although eventually he'll go down, but he's done enough of a job here into this A site to enable his entire team to walk through the hole he created. Stewie can't do anything there, and it's going to be VP actually finishing with the better score in the first half, 8-7. Who the hell knows where this game's going to go?
Yeah, the VP fans will be really happy with that. Wasn't the most spectacular start after winning the pistol. From the buy round onwards, things got difficult for Virtus.pro, but they lead at half time. 7 rounds on the CT side. Is that enough for Cloud9? Opportunity knocks for both teams, and it starts with the pistol. Game will soon be unpaused. Molotov and the high explosive grenade, purchased by Skadoodle. He's gone to the shop. What are those shops called in Grand Theft Auto where you buy stuff? You don't play that, do you?
No, I played like the first one when it came out, and that was basically it.
Bloody hell, man.
Yeah, I was very young. Probably too young to be playing it, to be honest, at that point.
And many of us were. Many of us were. Well, those are the only grenades for Cloud9. VP had a 3-man grenade strat on their pistol round. Looks like Cloud9 will be going for something more simple. 5-man on the road. It's a pilgrimage towards the B bomb site, one by one. Polite line being formed by the Cloud9 players, but gets the first kill. And the second one.
Yeah, that's great work. Good dink there from Automatic. He does create a really awkward situation for VP now. Despite being a man up, they have 2 players deeply in the red. And Shroud gets caught on the reload. Very bad timing. Another player in the red now, and finished off by Automatic, but he's now alone, looking to try to win this 1 versus 3. Seems like it cannot be done here. Great positioning on top of the train there from Pasha, as it will be the round here for VP. Another pistol won by the Polish side, giving themselves the best of opportunities to win this match against Cloud9 and eliminate them from the major.
If you are coming to Krakow to witness the live events and you're a fan of Virtus.pro, the official local chant will be Virtus.pro, but will they make it there? 9-7. You can't really tell just yet. 2 to 2,300 for the most part on these Cloud9 players. Nothing slightly higher with 26. No force buy in this round. A Deagle will be acquired by Automatic. Not much else apart from a flashbang on nothing. So we'll see what Cloud9 can get done. We've seen colossal damage on with mere USPs so far in this tournament, so count no one out in any round.
And I think the play here is for there to be distractions of Automatic and get something with his Deagle. Never mind, he's going to get naded and finished off by Snacks. Really good play there from Snacks. Eliminating the player with the most power to his punch. And Deagle now is done. And now it's just going to be a run into a bomb planting scenario, but it will just be like shooting fish in a barrel. Ooh, Shroud made it. He made it all the way, but yes, just about gets the bomb down. So that's success, James. That is success. That was the mission. They accomplished the mission, but they didn't get any of the side quests along the way in getting some kills.
He did make it indeed. How does that song go? Something we made it?
I don't know, mate. that didn't really help. There's no melody there or anything. So you might want to work on that.
I shall do that. 3 rounds between the 2 sides. It's buy time for Cloud9. Mostly on 5k. The AK is coming out and the grenades. Full grenades for the chaps. Virtus.pro with a An interesting selection of guns. Snacks with the MP9, Pasha with the Mag 7. Mag 7 a legit buy if you're going towards Pop Dog. Pasha, of course, going towards the IV position with it, why not? Pasha is capable of a great many things, including a solo push through Ivy with a smoke down, but there are no T's there. Double pick from the CTs, and it won't go in their favor. Cloud9 surely will move in towards B, but maybe it's a trap. Neo there, good timing, or is it bad? Taking a shot in the face from Nothing.
Yeah, very focused Nothing, looking for that peak. Seemed very ready. Neo trying to find a good timing where they'd bunch up, not be looking in that position. But again, extreme cognizance there from Mr. Nothing, and we'll see the Mag 7 of Pasha slowly work his way in towards the flank, but PGL doing some work here on the bomb string. He is alone in this position, gets himself a second one, a chance for a reload, but down to 20 health, and he's caused so much distraction that now maybe Pasha can end the round here for VP. Oh, misses the first shot, but the second's good. It lands on his target, which is the head of Skadoodle, but there's one more head to be sent rolling down the B yard, and it won't be Shroud's, it will be Pasha's instead. And that's the round for Cloud9. It went so close. Very tense stuff there.
I wonder if Pasha had to take that shot immediately with the Mag 7. Who knows what might have happened.
Oh, the crowd.
A slight delay, but so close. Great grenade as well. Great timing from Pasha. He did as much as he could in that situation. And Pasha, he's been watching every single match. We've seen him in the restaurant and the hotel every day with his phone out, watching the matches. And now he's on the AWP. 2-round lead for Virtus.pro. It's a tight game so far. Skadoodle with just a Tech 9 at the moment. He wants that AWP. He's hungry for it.
The old trick there is make you look away as you drop down and shoot the guy in the face. Old but gold for Cloud9 to get the early advantage. And there's not actually almost any utility on VP. They basically just have 2 flashbangs, a smoke, and an incendiary. That is with well over a minute left. That's going to be a lovely situation for Cloud9, because that means that when they come in with their initial grenades, VP won't really have much to counter those grenades. And VP will have to rely on great teamwork and great shots, and that's going to be tough against Cloud9, especially now that they have the man advantage and all the space as well to set up this triple-pronged attack onto A. Or is that even going to be the play? They are checking in here as well.
Oh, they faked you as well, Dan.
Yeah, I'm getting faked.
They faked you as well. Shroud and Automatic moving towards the B bomb site. Virtus.pro thirsty for kills, but perhaps there's too much sugar in the grape drink. Stewie, what is his play going to be a bit later on? The kills coming in from both sides, but the red, the crimson, is with Cloud9. Kills continue, but the bomb, can it get planted? Does he have the confidence to do it? Not just yet. Maybe Taz was heard, but he's moved back. He's with Snacks towards Connector. Stewie about Pop Dog for the time being. Taz not quite hitting the mark just yet. Nothing and Stewie still in the red. Taz moving forward now. Nice 1v1. Nothing forced around the corner. Going back and he can't do anything about it. It's down to Stewie. 14 HP against 2 M4s. They don't know where he is just yet. Snacks has got so many angles to hold. Stewie not believing that they're committed to the defuse. Snacks on a low ground now. Maybe he doesn't have an angle. Swapping positions. The Snacks has got a defuse kit. Taz ready. The B bomb site player shooting Stewie straight in the face. 11 rounds for Virtus.pro.
You have to love the patience from Taz with that M4 of his. Playing around the site, getting himself 3 kills, knowing exactly when to disengage, exactly how to re-peek, the right timings. And that is the kind of experience you have on this team. Taz, Neo, I mean, all of Virtus.pro, incredibly experienced. Always very calm in the most intense situations. VP now 3 rounds ahead. It's a very tight game. It can still go either way, but it is definitely VP with quite the advantage. It's going to be a situation with Cloud9 where perhaps they wonder about maybe throwing in a buy there, but they really should go for the save, I think. And VP, they don't have any money, as we can see there on the lovely overlay from PGL. So just a half buy here from Cloud9.
Not even sure if it's, well,
yeah,
I mean,
it's very,
Stewie's bought some bits and bobs, but there's not much going on at the flea market, Dan. There's not much going on. It's mostly tap, remote controls for TVs you don't have, that kind of thing. Individual shoes, no pairs. Maybe some CDs, some bad music. Covers, of course, not the originals. Stewie, where are you going, sir? Stewie's in B. Stewie is inside the B bomb site. He's looking for his close quarters engagements. And perhaps will smash the run instruction in the meantime. He will pepper, but Taz will make a mistake.
And they don't really have any, well, that much in the way of weaponry to do this. They've got nothing still alive with the only utility that they had bought on this round. And they can use that single smoke grenade to get down onto the B bomb site. They can toss it down the ramp, which should help to cover them as they make the great cross all the way to the B site itself, on the, well, the B bomb train that is. However, you can always lose members with the spray if Taz decides to do so. But a very deep smoke onto connector there. I like that one. Taz, though, finding himself one player on the high ground, does great damage, watches for the cross. He knows that's more important. Does get the bomber, again, showing such great knowledge from Taz. Great experience, and now it's nothing just to get some damage in here. That's a nice connection there onto Taz. Is nothing going to find a way to do yet more here?
The bomb is exposed. He has no choice but to go for it with low time. Taz doing great work. And I just noticed that VP are favouring the silenced M4 for the most part. It could be map dependent. They are long ranges. It can make it harder to identify where you are being shot from. It's all silenced M4s with the AWP of Pasha. We have seen a motion towards the M4A4, so maybe it's map dependent. We will find out. Cloud9 with 4 AKs, the AWP, Skadoodle naked once again. Now he's on the T side. Grenades could be a problem. And indeed, there are some Molotovs, but he's safe for now. Snacks, though, he's making plays towards Ivy. He's almost all the way through. Nothing is there, but so is a smoke. They will be separated by the thinnest of walls. No tracers for Snacks, but every third bullet, nothing will give away his position.
A lot of pressure on nothing here. This is awesome. You very rarely see an aggressive boost like this from the CTs in this kind of a position with a forward smoke in that spot. Doesn't catch anything though, as no one was playing towards the T spawn. Of course, nothing is much closer than that in the middle, but VP know when to give it up, and they will retract from the alley position back in towards the A site, and that's where Cloud9 are finding a timing to creep in now. We see Skadoodle with the forward position, looking for the first opener to give Cloud9 a way into this bomb sites and into this round. As Automatic also with Skadoodle has found himself a really forward position here. There's lots of potential for Cloud9 to open things up.
Snacks, though, he will be the can opener at the moment. The bomb's down outside main, and there are 35 seconds remaining for Cloud9, so someone's going to have to rotate and pick it up. That's going to be nothing, who was still holding a position towards Ivy, and now Snacks is holding an angle that Shroud was doing in the first half. There were almost 4 players, though, for Virtus.pro in the B bomb site. They've been sold a fake as a forgery, and now they've got to force their way back into A as the bomb is about to go down.
Snacks looking for the plant there. It's not alley side though. It's right at the front of the bomb train, as Snacks will be able to gun down nothing, and the rest of Cloud9 taking more passive positions towards Popdog and main. It's going to work out there for Skadoodle, but the flank is coming, and looks like it will be Mr. Shroud there to watch for that flank. But will he be distracted here? Will the timing go the way of Taz? Looks like it doesn't matter. It's Pasha doing all the damage once again. Pasha having such a performance here with this AWP today, and that's another round, a crucial round for Virtus.pro. They're on 13 now, 3 away from making the quarterfinals here at this major in Krakow.
I don't know how Virtus.pro just won that round. 2 smokes were deployed towards B, and there were 4 Virtus.pro players in the B bomb site. Somehow they make that rotation work for them. It was a great play from Cloud9, but ultimately Pasha just too strong, biceps all over the place, crushing skulls in one arm. 5-round lead for Virtus.pro, only pistols for Cloud9. Virtus.pro, they know they're close.
Yeah, things beginning to get a bit desperate for Cloud9 in that sense. Going with a faster play, but into Pasha. The grinder at the moment with his AWP will with one shot, but falls back. Can get another one, and they try to bait him. Falls back again, has cover of teammates. And Snacks will eat up the rest of the Cloud9 offensive there, and it's going to be another on the board for Virtus.pro. 14-2 away. They are so close, and Cloud9 must feel so far away.
It's the height of summer, but that plow runs 24/7. Rain or shine, snow or meadows, flowers, whatever. It's just crushing everything. You like flowers? No, there's a plow. You like snow? No, there's a plow. Plow, plow, plow. But Cloud9, they are 6 rounds down. They don't got no momentum, but they've got guns. Automatic quickly in towards A again. Snax has put a stop to these kind of shenanigans previously, and he's taking big damage. Automatic, 37 health. He's seen nothing. He's seen no one. Look at these forward smokes. Talk about map control. Look at that. That is next level. When do you see this?
Deploying flashbang.
Oh, again, we're going to see this boost. Oh my goodness gracious me, Pasha. So close to making that one. And look at the damage that has been received by Cloud9. Automatic has to make a play here. They're slowly withering away in this round to the aggressions of Virtus.pro. As we'll see now, Automatic tossing in all the nades, and Cloud9, they're ready to do it. Looking for the first entries, but VP, they've got 4 players around the bomb train. Once again, it's down to the Chaos. Who will be the master of said Chaos? It's Bialy to get the first kill. Traded as the rest of the Cloud9 lineup start to bully their way onto the bomb train.
Nothing but dueling. It's almost Team DM at the moment on the train on A site. Nothing is absolutely denied. There's no cover for Cloud9. This is turning into bedlam. It's Chaos, and the Chaos is working the way of Virtus.pro. Aries, God of War. They are just getting stronger round by round. Taking Ivy away. Cloud9 trying to make something work, but they can't get their Chris J on in the A bomb site. Struggling to find any kills. Match point, many of them for Virtus.pro. They are so close to the arena here in Krakow.
Pasha is so strong right now with the AWP. You can tell he's absolutely feeling it at the moment. Some of these flick shots and the confidence to be so fast in these awkward positions where you're still jumping around and moving and you've got the slimmest of angles, but yet he's still so fast, still so accurate and impactful here for VP as they rest on match point now, and all they have to do is close the game. Cloud9 not going to go down without a fight though. A fast play into the A site perhaps as they come in from Popdog and T-Main looking for the first approach, and there it is. Nothing will get them a headshot onto Snax, and Pasha's down. Surely a great opportunity. Indeed it is. Cloud9 with another frag. Just 2 left here for the Virtus.pro side.
They've got the nuclear codes, Cloud9, and they are firing on all cylinders. Nothing but mushrooms around the train sites. Both sides, everywhere. Mushrooms all over the place. Taz can't see anything but smoke, wondering what's happened to his teammates. But there's no need for alarm. Cloud9 make it to 9. No need to look for alarm on the Virtus.pro side, but alarm bells have got to be ringing for Cloud9. They can make no more mistakes.
And the annoying thing for VP too is that despite some of their successes here in the second half, they haven't really built much money, generally speaking. So if there is to be this comeback from Cloud9, then we won't see buy upon buy upon buy for VP. I think they've got a good 1 or 2 left in them before their money's crushed. In fact, just 1 actually, and it's not even going to be every player with, you know, that kind of around $5-6K dollar mark. It's just 3 of them. So Cloud9 have that potential to bring this back and get that momentum, but again, VP so good at the moment. So many tactics and strategies to bring to bear against the Cloud9 side, who are trying their best to make this comeback a reality.
VP can chill now. They can get their mini discs out, listen to crappy pop highlights, but they are not going to rest at all. 2 kills from Neo. 2 AKs picked up. Cloud9 have got to move quickly. The bomb is outside main. Nothing is going to retrieve it on his own. They've got no idea if CTs are here, so he's going to have to be careful. He's going to have to play slow, and while he does that, Virtus.pro can reposition. Going all the way back to T-spawn, CT spawn, with 2 players. And Bialy will hold the other side of the A site. Bialy and Popdog, if Neo goes towards Ivy, then the T's can't plant the bomb, but no. Neo will stay close to CT spawn, and nothing can get the bomb down with automatic and Pop.
Yeah, very, very scary situation, but it does seem to be stabilized here for Cloud9, as VP will take those AKs indeed into the next rounds. I doubt Cloud9 are all that interested in really playing for the hunts. Gotta love that music there by the radio. Classic, James. It's a classic.
Banging tunes, as the man then might say. I don't know, like 15 years ago. Not anymore.
That's true, yeah.
I don't know what they say these days.
Yeah.
What do the man them say now? Tweet me, let me know. Well, I need my education.
There it is, 10th round on the board for Cloud9, 5 away from getting that overtime and pressing that big red reset button against Virtus.pro.
1 round. 1 round for the Poles. They saved 2 AKs. What if one of these AKs makes the difference over the M4? That one shot to the head and dead. Is that what takes Virtus.pro over the line in this round? Or can Cloud9 continue to the march to overtime? Again, it's been a bumpy road, a difficult road for Cloud9. Virtus.pro, for the most part, have kept their heads pretty calm, pretty level-headed in this tournament so far, in this week. Taz still playing the B bomb site alone. Neo moving through connector just in case there's a fast play towards B, but it won't be. They look dead set on the A site. Stewie taken down early.
That is not a good sign here for Cloud9, to say the least. The double AWP at work for VP, and so far successful. Cloud9, what is the plan for them? What is the call? It's make or break. VP, though, they've expended all utility. There is a single smoke left and nothing else. They've got 3 kits, though, and you can see Snacks watching for those aggressive positions that have been very commonly favoured by the likes of Automatic, actually, in this train match. And he's been punished multiple times by VP, showing their level of preparedness coming into this affair against the American side. The tension here for Cloud9, down a man, setting up the play into 8.
They've got no smokes. How do they get out of main? The firing squad are ready, but Automatic is having none of it. Winning the duel with Bali. Pasha and Snacks are still on the site. Neo rotating forward, CT spawn. Taz still in B. The trades continue. Snacks missing his shot, ducking, but he can't hide from Automatic. Another 2 kills from him. He's finally going to go down with a 3K. Skadoodle and nothing. And again, the IV position becomes so important. That's where Neo is, and Taz towards connector makes it really hard for Skadoodle to maneuver, leaving nothing alone. It's nothing between Virtus.pro and playoffs.
Can he do it, though? All the experience, as much experience as the veterans of VP, but no! It's going to be Virtus.pro, the home team, in front of the home crowd, live on Friday at the Toron Arena here at the PGL Major. What a fantastic display of Counter-Strike, of discipline, of mental fortitude from the Polish side. So many will be happy, but still, so many will be heartbroken. Cloud9, sadly, eliminated.
Pretty tense match here, no matter who you are supporting there, but